Hello everyone, welcome to Doing a Tech channel. We are continuing learning JavaScript using FreeCodeCamp platform. Let's navigate directly to where we stopped on the previous challenge. We stopped here in this challenge 101. So now after allowing the user to buy the most powerful weapon on the previous challenges, so today we are going to allow the user to sell from available weapon. So inside this else statement, we are going to update the button2.innerText to display this relevant text, sale weapon for 15 gold. So after this line here, button2.innerText equal instead this new text. And as well, we are going to update the button2.onClick event to be assigned to sale weapon function instead. And at the end here, we need to check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes. Move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge, we need to create the sale weapon function. So it's not created yet. If you remember how to create a function in JavaScript by adding function keyword and then the function name, parentheses, and curly bracket. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. So now we need to add if statement inside sell weapon. We need to allow a user to sell weapon only if a user has enough weapon to sell. By default, this inventory will have only one weapon. So in that case, we'll not allow the user to sell it. So let's add a if statement inside this sell weapon function. And inside the condition section, we need to check when the inventory array length greater than 1. When it has more than one weapon, then we'll allow the user to sell weapon. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And inside this if statement, we need to update the gold to the current gold number increased by 15. We're going to use a combine assignment operator. So equal plus equal 15. That means assigned to current gold value increased by 15. Then after this line, we need to update the gold text by using gold text.innerText and then assign it to the new gold value after updated. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And this challenge is asking us to initiate a variable called current weapon using let keyword. And when you initiate a variable, you don't need to assign it to any value. And check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge is asking us to update this current weapon variable to a new value from using the inventory.unshift to have the inventory array value after removing the first element in that array. Similar to this example, my array has 3 items. When assign this to a new variable using my array.shift, we'll remove the first item from this array and then we'll assign the new array to this first element variable. Similarly, the value will be second and third. So similarly, we need to do that here for current weapon, call inventory array dot shift and then parentheses semicolon. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge, we need to update the text using text.inner text method after this current weapon variable, and then assign it to this text here instead. You solve then space, then add a concatenation operator, then add the current weapon variable we created and add additional concatenation operator. At the end, we need to add the dot inside double or single quotes and add a semicolon at the end. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. In this challenge, we need to update the current this inner text by adding this additional text. So using the combine assignment operator. So in this line, copy duplicate this again, text.innerText plus equal this new text here, and you need to make sure this space are available before add an end, and then a concatenation operator, and then we need to add inventory at the end of this. and a semicolon. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. So now in this challenge, we need to check if the user doesn't have enough weapon to sell. So we need to display relevant text to the user. We need to add else statement at the end of this if condition. And then we need to update the text using text.innerText equal to this new text. Don't sell your only weapon. And add a semicolon at the end. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And in this challenge now we need to start to code the monsters. So that is telling us here is brought fight dragon and flight function close to each other, so we can easily start coding the requirement for the monster. And at the end here is asking us to declare a new array called monster similarly to weapons, and this array has 3 objects and each object has 3 properties: name, level, and health. Let's do that. So get the name of the array and then add a new line after weapons. So this is a weapons variable here, so create a new variable called monsters, assign it to array square bracket, and just have more space here as the first object, and the object has name property. The first object name, assign it to slime using double or single quotes because it's a string, a comma, then the second property, the level, and the level for the first object is going to be 2, and the third property is the health, health is 15, and add a comma as in here and duplicate this 3 times. And the second object name is going to be this text, here, and level 8, health 60, and the third one, the name is going to be called dragon, level 20, and health 300. Now check your code, and before that remove the comma from the last object here. Check your code. Congratulations, your code is passed. Submit the changes and move on to the next challenge. And by now this is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching and see you on the very next tutorial.